Hello, Mulishani.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
We're back.
Hi.
Hi, we're back. Today we're gonna be talking about the second part for immigration journey.
Yes.
Last time we stopped at a cliffhanger on what happened after our interview.
We will send you a letter with the decision.
Mhm.
That's not the best way to leave an interview. Yeah.
So what did happen after our interview?
I keep adjusting my warm blanket here. I have it on because it's cold. I'm not wearing a jacket. Okay, so we ended at after the interview, we were told that we would get feedback or mail later if whether the case is approved or not. So we got home and we just hung out with a friend. I kept checking the apps, all the apps that I had, and then Lawfully came through. It's not an ad. It's just, I'm just talking about the apps that we use. Yeah, so at about maybe 3-4 p.m. we received a notification that it's going to change the case.
It was the same day?
It was the same day.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was the same day. Yeah, we received that notification and the case had been approved. So like all our cases had been approved, from the I-130 to the I-131 and the I-485, and it said to wait for the permanent resident card in the mail. So that was
joyous. That's awesome.
Joyful. So because we had been married for less than 2 years, we received a conditional green card, which is 2 years only. And we got that in the mail probably a week later, and that's when we flew to Zambia.
Yeah, it was really quick.
It was really quick. Yeah. So that was
around June, no? That we flew to Zambia.
We went in May.
May? Oh.
The last day of May.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we went to Zambia, and we now had to deal with our daughter's case over there, and it was a marathon because we only had 12 days to get everything figured out, because I was heavily pregnant and you can't travel after a certain period of time, I think 8 months, and I only had about 12 days before that.
Yeah,
happened.
it was right on at the limit of what they recommend for traveling.
Yes.
And remember that her case was stuck on the embassy in Zambia, in
Yes.
the American embassy,
Yeah.
because they're waiting for her case to be approved before they move with our child.
Yes. So before we actually traveled, once I got my card, we sent them an email with all that information that we got our permanent resident card, and we sent them our itinerary because we booked our flights and everything like within the same time period. And we told them we'll be coming in to pick her up.
Right.
Yeah. So we get to Lusaka and
Yes.
and we got to the embassy, and it was him because he was the
Well, I'm the American citizen.
yes,
so
he was the citizen. Then I'm an American.
Spoiler alert.
Anyway.
Yes.
Here, ask me anything. I am an American.
Gotta say that 1,000 times in this situation. Anyway, we get there, and he had to address the consular because he was the petitioner.
Right.
So I couldn't say anything about Malumbo's case. Only he could. So you wanna tell that your part?
Yeah, so I had to go in there and find out what we needed and whether or not it was finished. And so I talked to the consular. I went inside and I talked to him first. And there was something that needed to be done with her vaccine or something like that was missing.
COVID.
Yes, and that was the only thing that was like holding it down. So he said that they would be able to have it by the end of the week, and gave me like a Tuesday or something, a day to call back. It's still within those 2 weeks. So okay, so we just left, and we went around about our trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that day comes by, and I haven't heard anything. We haven't heard anything. So I believe we first called before we went there, right? Because
Yes.
we have to call and figure out what's going on. Is it finished? And can she come now? Or can she be able to fly? And then it wasn't working. They still said it hasn't been resolved. There was an issue with her vaccine for COVID. This was June 2022. The vaccine was pretty new, and everything was still going crazy about COVID back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the system required her to have one. But at that time, the kids' version of the vaccine was not approved yet.
Yes.
So there was nothing that she could have, even though the system still required her to have for it to allow her to be able to travel and to get the documentation complete. So we went back and forth on the phone, and I ended up having to go down to the embassy, and I had to like literally just kind of scream at him, like just tell him like, hey, you might be American, but I'm also American. You can still be sued. Like you need to figure this out. Like, we're gonna travel in a couple of days. We need our child with us. That's why we did the whole trip. We have everything. There's nothing for us to do. The mistake is in your end. So you need to figure out how to fix it. So he was, he apologized, said like, oh no, we can figure it out. And then eventually he ended up telling us to go to the doctor that does it and see if there's anything that he can do on his side.
Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth.
Yes.
Honestly, it wasn't a pleasant visit to the embassy. Sorry to say, but it wasn't a very nice visit to the embassy. We that night that afternoon in Zambia had to write to our senators and our Congress people and everybody we could think of, the CDC, everybody we could think of. We wrote an email and we copied the embassy in, and in that email we did state that we needed to come back home with our child, and if anything, if she stays behind and one of us has to stay behind, by one of us that means him, it means his wages will have to be paid for by the embassy, and the plane tickets will have to be bought by the embassy for them to travel again if the airlines don't agree to move the dates.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it was their problem. It wasn't our issue.
Yes.
We had done everything they asked for us. It was their system that wasn't working, and they knew about it, and they had said that much, right?
Yeah.
We even named the council on it too. So
Because
at this point, we're frustrated
Yeah.
over that, like back and forth.
Yes.
And everything should be in order. So I get the information about going to the doctor in Zambia, the doctor that works with the embassy to see what he can do, and they reset it like her health system.
Yes, so we had to do the whole medical vaccine
Yeah.
thing again, and the doctor said, well, she reached out to the CDC at the same time we were there, and the CDC confirmed that there was no vaccine for children.
Yes.
And so she had to put that in the report and then send it back to the embassy, which takes another like 48 hours.
Yeah.
By that time, we only had, like, after the 48 hours elapsed, we had to actually travel.
Yeah, we had to travel like a few hours later, like a day later or something like that. It wasn't much.
Yeah.
But
we got word the same after the doctor sent the documentation in. It was pretty quick. They sent a message to us, an email saying, pick up her passport tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah. And when I went there with Malumbo, we went inside. Obviously, she still waited outside. We did the whole thing. And then...
Yeah, because I was an alien. I had to wait outside.
Yeah, I want to say it wasn't him, right? I want to say that he sent someone else to give me the passport.
Yes, it wasn't him for sure.
But yeah, everything was stamped, everything was ready to go, and we can finally move on from that.
Yes. So we flew back after that.
Yes.
And now fast forward to 2 years later.
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years?
2 years, because your green card was conditional for 2
Yes.
years.
So 2 years later, we had to remove the conditions of my green card and Malumbo's too, because she was riding on my residency. So
you had to apply for the removal of conditions. But at that time, you had done some research about it. You can also submit the request for something else for the citizenship, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
No. So
Because it was pretty quick, one after another, right?
Yes. So we filed for the removal of conditions last year in February. That's a whole other cost.
Yes.
It's almost, I don't even remember the amount anymore.
Fee.
But it was a fee for me. It was a fee for Malumbo. And I think for her biometrics or something. And we found that in February we received the extension letters, because they send you an extension letter, which was for 48 months. So they extended our resident cards by 48 months.
That's what you staple to the passport, right? I remember that.
Yeah. And then we had to go in for Malumbo's biometrics, because she had the last ones done in Zambia, so they had to collect their own over here. So I took her in for that appointment, and then from then on, crickets.
Yeah.
Quiet, nothing else. And I would reach out once in a while, but they would say, well, your case is still within the time limit, the processing time, so you have to wait. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll wait. And then in the process of waiting, I researched and discovered that when you've been a permanent resident for 3 years, and you're still married to your spouse, you can file for citizenship. So I was like, oh, great. So February this year, on the dot, I filed for citizenship. And I did that all by myself, like both the removal of conditions and the citizenship. We didn't use a lawyer this time around. I just sat on the computer for a few days and
figured
it out. Yeah, there's a lot of helpful videos on YouTube, and
there's a lot, for sure. A lot of resources.
That. Yes, we use that to file. So with the citizenship, we filed online. So we didn't do the paper filing. They give you the option to file online and upload all your documentation. And by then, we had moved from where we lived to where we are now, which is a smaller place. A smaller city, yes. So within a month of filing, they scheduled me for an interview, and then 2 minutes later, they canceled it. I was frustrated.
Yeah, you get a notice or something, right?
Yes, I got a notice to say your interview has been scheduled, and then 2 minutes later, your interview has been cancelled. So I reach out, I'm like, why was it cancelled? And I was told, well, you requested for it to be cancelled. I'm like, it's impossible. But anyway, we let that one be. And then...
No, you didn't. You brought back a representative or a senator, yes.
Yes, I had a bad habit. But it's not a bad habit. I do what I'm supposed to do to get things done. So I wrote to the senator after that, and the senator responded, reached out to them, and they were like, oh no, it was a system issue, but she's in line for an interview. And at that point I was like, maybe I'm just being too much, because it hasn't even been 4 months since I applied for this. I'm just going to wait.
Yes.
And I was still in those groups on Facebook and everywhere, and I was reading people getting their interviews. I'm like, I need to get this done. And but I just waited, and in that moment I just waited and prayed, like, you know what, it's gonna come. It's going to happen when it happens.
Yeah.
And then in April, end of April, we received a letter saying our interview had been scheduled.
And the notification again, yes.
Yeah, and the notification, and so we went in for.
And it was
No,
really,
that was in May.
It was really.
No, it was in April.
It was really quick. The
Yeah.
schedule.
Yes.
It was gonna be in a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
like 6 weeks.
Really?
Yes. it was
Did we get
6
that
weeks.
much notice?
Yes, we did. We,
Okay.
we
Felt
waited.
quicker.
For him.
After waiting for almost 5 years. it
Yes,
felt
that's
quicker.
true. Yeah, but so we waited, and then we had our interview in June.
Of this year.
So this year, so we get to the field office, and
And with a whole binder full of stuff, because of course it made us print all the statements
I made
from
it.
2022 to now. All the statements for
That's
all the
what they want,
everything.
That's what they want. You don't go with a thin folder. They should be intimidated by how much evidence you have,
Yes.
because obviously when you're together there's a lot that goes on, and there's a lot of pictures, so you just print as much as you can. So I had I still have it
Yes.
downstairs. Anyway, so we get there, and I'm nervous as usual. And you know what? I just realized I wore green for both interviews.
Okay.
Green is my lucky color, I guess. Anyway, so we get the interview. We get to the interview, and we didn't wait too long.
No, it was very quick.
Yeah, the lady comes out,
the
and
counselor.
what did she say?
Oh, she told me that she needed.
I just need her.
Yeah, I just need her.
And I was like,
I was like, oh, okay. And then I just sat down. And
Yeah.
waited for
so
her.
yeah, we got in there, and she said, "Oh, we're just going to get the interview part done, the questions, the civic questions." So when you apply for citizenship, you have to study. There's 100 questions.
Yes.
I don't know if that has changed now, because I hear it was going to change,
Yes.
and I don't know to what, but when I did my interview, it was 10 questions. So they'll ask you 10 questions, and you have to pass. Well, if you get 6 correct, you pass the interview, but you have to pass
Within 10
within
questions.
10 questions.
Yes.
So she asked me 6 questions, and she asked me 6 questions, and I got all of them right. And then the rest of it was just about. Oh, I also had to write down something on the iPad, which I did, and the rest of the time was just about family.
Yes. Just talking
And she was just trying to find out more, because we had the removal of conditions. Remember that one that
It
we
was
filed
still
in 2024
not
was still
processed.
pending.
Yes.
And she only received the file like a
She
few
had it.
days before. So she
didn't
had
have it, no?
she had
She
the file.
had it. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why the first interview was actually cancelled, is because they realized they didn't have my file for the removal of conditions. So she explained that to me in that moment, to say, if I was waiting for a file, it got here a few days ago, I'm still going through it. And guys, the file she had on the table, that big. Like, I don't think we sent that much in. Probably their own investigation or something.
How many
too.
trees?
Yes.
And what did she say about the paper you brought?
She was like, I don't need to see it. Because I offered it. Like, you want to see it? She says, nope. If I had any doubt about your marriage, I would have asked your husband in here. So we would have done the removal of conditions interview first, and then the citizenship. But I don't have any doubts about your marriage, so I don't need to see anything that you brought.
Yeah.
My ink, time,
On paper.
and paper. Anyway, but I was grateful that she wasn't doubting that, and she told me I passed the civic part of the interview. I also but she couldn't make a decision at that moment, because she still needed to go through the 2024 filing, which was the removal of conditions, and to give her time, and we would receive communication in the mail.
Yes.
So there again, waiting. we had to wait, and obviously I was still anxious, and at that point things were different everywhere, so I was very nervous to go anywhere even though I still had like my permanent residence. My permanent residency. Anyway, so we waited exactly a week later, I received the approval notice.
Yay.
Yay! And then the next day, I received my oath ceremony date. And so I officially became an American citizen on August 4th. Do you remember?
No, I do not. I don't remember when I became a citizen, let alone how you.
I think his was December 13th or October 13th, one of the two.
Yeah.
But mine was, I think, August 8th, 2025. And we had our family and friends fly from everywhere.
Yes.
We had so much fun.
How was that? So the ceremony was actually interesting because this is when you get to see kind of like the other side, right? Because we are, if you're watching this and if you're going through the process, I know it's hard, I know it's daunting, and there's so many steps, it takes so long, and then the questions are intimidating with the interviewees, but they also are people, right? So then you get to see like
the happy side.
Their happy side.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the feel like head of this city come out and welcome them, right? And then he was talking about how they get to see so many cases and most of them don't make it, and he even choked up a little and say how proud he is to see that everyone here made it and welcome to being an American citizen.
Yeah, I thought the ceremony was going to be hours long, but it was like 20 minutes.
It was very
20
short,
minutes.
and it was the best part of being in Washington State.
That I didn't have to watch a certain video of a certain president talking.
Yes. But that was great. That was it. And then after that, you get your certificate.
When you become a citizen, they air the video of the current sitting president speaking.
Yes. It's supposed to be a welcome video.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a welcome video, and I was very nervous about it. But they didn't play the video, so I was like, yay.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was fun for me and for us.
Yes.
And because Malumbo was riding on my paperwork, she's also a citizen.
Yes.
Yay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the same day I applied for my passport. And then a few days later, I received it and we applied for Malumbo's. That's another video. It's a whole process.
Yes.
The passport is another process, especially if you're applying for a child who has another father. Yeah, so it's a process, and we're going to talk about that if you guys want us to. But that was our
journey.
Our
Yes.
journey. So I have a passport now.
How long was it? It was about a little under 5 years, right?
Yes, a little under 5 years, because we celebrated our 5th anniversary in September.
And I think the normal is about 5 years. We did obviously, we did obviously had to get expedited when we first applied for us to be able to travel and you to get the green card.
Yeah.
So, and then you apply for the citizenship earlier. So just all these things help. And all those Facebook groups that you were part of.
They helped me so much. Honestly, I'm so grateful for the Facebook groups, because this guy is very chill. If something is not within his control, he would just say, hey baby, it's gonna work out. But I know that there are people who go through the same process. I knew that. So all those Facebook groups, all you people on Facebook, on YouTube, everybody posting videos, thank you.
The ones who posted all the videos with the questions helped out a lot.
Yes, this lady that I watched on YouTube, perfect. She simple, straightforward. So I'll share all those, like the little links. If you want them, you just let me know. I will put them in the description. And if you have questions, not legal advice over here, just from our experience, you can always ask, and we'll be happy to help. But It's a long process.
Yes.
It's not as easy as people
So-
think.
It's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
Yes.
So don't-
But you have to be
brace yourself,
patient.
yeah.
That's what I learned from this whole process is you have to be patient. You also have to be resilient. You have to fight.
It's been 84 years.
Use your senators, your congress people, your representatives to help, get things moving when you need them to.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So that's it. I'm a dual citizen.
Ooh.
Yay! We are. Well, me and Malumbo are dual citizens. The rest are just American.
Yes, for now.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
anyway, do you have anything else to add before we leave?
No, I think that would be all. I think that's it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody. I hope this was informative and entertaining and that you were able to get something out of it. And if you're going through the process again, we wish you the best and hang in there. It is
Reach
worth
out.
it. And it is worth it.
Yep. It is worth it. It is because you're not scared. As scared anymore.
Perfect.
Yeah, so thank you and best wishes.
Subscribe,
Share, like,
all the good stuff.
all the good stuff. And thank you to our friends who came for our celebrations.
Okay, thank you. Bye.